Hello friends. Actually, my hair is kind of looking whack like this. Whoa. So many city sounds. Hello friends. So we are now in July, but it is extremely gloomy and quite rainy outside. But because it's summer, it's still hot, so a lot of mixed feelings right now. Grab a beverage or a little snack because today I'm just gonna have kind of a chit chat kind of video. I have some royal milk tea with me right now. So this week has been a little bit rough for me, just things going on with my personal life. So no big production or vlog or anything like that because honestly I've just kind of been sulking. But I don't want to sit around and sulk all day any longer. I think it'd be a little bit more helpful for me to actually just talk. So actually a couple months ago I made a video just talking about my overall experience of dealing with culture shock when I first came to Japan. As background, I've been living here in Japan for 2.5 years. I moved here from Southern California, born and raised baby, and still to this day every time I get dressed I feel like I really have to consciously think about it because as much as I want to just stick to my true sense of fashion and style, I feel like when you are a foreigner and you do move to another country, you do kind of want to assimilate to your environment a little bit, so you do get heavily influenced. So I'm very observant of the fashion here, but also in doing this I've just noticed some like very interesting and very foreign fashion trends that I've never seen back home. So I just thought I'd share these with you guys because I think a lot of people also when they think of like Japanese fashion they immediately think of like Harajuku and like all the wacky street fashion, but no. I'm just here to talk about the day-to-day fashion that I see. Tokyo is such a concentrated city here in Japan. I see thousands of people every day. So without further ado, let's get into these points. So because it is summertime right now, I want to talk about this first fashion trend that I have only seen here in Japan so far. I've never seen anyone do this back in the US. So I'm sure most of you guys know that here in Asia, being paler, whiter is the beauty standard. So a lot of people, women specifically, go through a lot of measures to prevent getting tan and to avoid the sunlight as much as possible. So I see a lot of people holding umbrellas, wearing big visors. But one thing that really kind of cut me off guard and made me do a double take was that women wear arm warmers in the summertime. And, you know, Japanese summers are very humid, very hot, really unbearable. So you want to wear like a tank top or a t-shirt, but the women still wear arm warmers? And at that point, it's like, why don't you just wear a long sleeve tee? The arm warmers really threw me off. I don't know if anyone knows much about this because who knows, like maybe they are just taking extra steps to prevent future skin cancer or skin damage, but I think the main reason is just so they don't get tan and keep their skin as pale as possible. It's not like everyone does this, but a significant amount of people do it enough for me to notice and just be like, oh, so that's the team. Okay, so the next fashion trend that I noticed that is quite popular and accepted here in Japan is skinny jeans. I know in the US people have denounced skinny jeans. They say it's only for the millennials. When I came here, that was like one of the first things I noticed. Like even my friends noticed too. They're just like, yo, people really repping the skinny jeans out here. Like everybody, the guys, girls, everyone in between, everyone's wearing skinny jeans. I mean, right now in 2021, as I'm recording this, you know, everyone is wearing like the 90s baggy style jeans, and I see that too. But I also see an equal amount of representation for skinny jeans. So if you ever plan on coming to Japan, do not throw out your skinny jeans, do not burn them. They are accepted here and they're welcomed. Enough so that when I first got here, I actually bought 2 pairs of skinny jeans. I'm just like exposing myself on how heavily influenced I can be. So yeah, now I'm an owner of 2 pairs of skinny jeans and I don't really know what to do about that. So this next style or fashion trend is kind of contrary to the skinny jeans, but a very popular style even among like young girls around like my age range and younger is like the baggy style. And I'm not quite talking like Billie Eilish baggy style. So I think her baggy style is very like street, cool, and like luxury. But the baggy style here is actually for like the girl next door kind of look. It's like a lot of like neutral tones and even wearing like baggy on tops and bottoms or even like baggy dresses that aren't form-fitting at all. I see a ton of people wearing this kind of style. When I first got here, I didn't really take to this style because I definitely wear a lot more form-fitting kind of clothes, but the baggy fashion is super popular and I noticed that when I did try it, it felt really good because like less people were staring at me and my body all the time. And this kind of bleeds into my next point. The fashion here is a lot more modest. So that's why I wonder if like the baggy style is a lot more accepted because you're not showing off your body shape as much. That's not to say though that women don't wear more form-fitting clothes, especially women who wear like really expensive, like nice tailored clothes. Those could be a little bit more form-fitting, like showing off the silhouette of your body. But even those kind of clothes though, they're really elegant and have this sense of like modesty to them. They're not like form-fitting, like, hi, I'm wearing a body slip to the club kind of form-fitting, you know what I mean? On that same note, I was researching this one fashion query I had on Reddit, and it was so funny because like one of the suggested questions was like, why do Japanese women dress like Christians? And I was like, wait, what? So I clicked on it, and the question was something along the lines of like, have you noticed that a lot of Japanese women dressed very modestly, a very traditional, very feminine kind of modesty that if you saw this in the US, you would think that they're kind of like religious or Christian. And they specifically pointed out like these long skirts that young women here wear. I guess I've just gotten really used to seeing that. But when I think about it, yeah, like a lot of like young girls in America probably don't really wear those kind of long skirts. So I'm not really sure, but other people were mentioning it. So I was like, oh, you know, I noticed that too. Okay, moving along. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is actually the original thing that I was looking up, and it took me to Reddit. And I'm genuinely really curious about this, like curious enough that I went on Google to see if I could get any answers on it. But I noticed a lot of Japanese girls here wear shoes that are a size too big. But it's something I noticed especially at the train station, because when girls would be like walking up or down the stairs, I would notice they're kind of walking a little awkwardly, and I would look down at their shoes and you could just tell that it's not quite snugging your heel that much. So the only answer that I could come up with is that in Japan they don't have a lot of shoe sizes. I think this is something I actually mentioned in my last culture shock video. Like some shoe stores literally only sell shoes in size small, medium, large, and double L. So I'm wondering if they just prefer to go for a size up than a size down and having a shoe that's too tight, so they just end up with shoes that are too big. I don't know. The next fashion trend that I notice is that people wear dresses with pants. And honestly, I'm kind of down with this one. I could see this trend moving its way to the US. I see this all the time, and quite frankly, I think it looks good. I've never been brave enough to try it because I just feel like there is a science to it and I don't want to mess it up. I feel like it could either look really good or really bad. So I've been avoiding it, but I love the look of it. I think it's really cool actually. The next point I want to talk about is something that still really perplexes me when I see it today. And this is something I've been seeing for a long time, and that is white socks with ballet flats.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God! What is that?
This trend still gets me shook to my core. I'm being so dramatic. I've just never seen that before. And I don't know, to each their own. I think the girlies find it really cute over here. I've just never seen anything like it. And I've seen some shit in my day, okay? I've seen people wearing socks with like those Nike slides and Birkenstocks and sandals. Maybe it's also just the fact that I don't really like ballet flats in itself. So to be paired with white socks, it's just a little random to me. It's just my personal opinion. And last but not least, this is something I covered in the very first culture shock video, and that is the fact that cleavage is a no-go over here, okay? This is a no zone. However, you can show as much leg as you desire. And it's not even about like showing off cleavage, it's just like this chest area in general. Like I wouldn't wear this outfit out in public. I'm just wearing it because I'm in the comfort of my own home. But for some reason, this chesticle area, it's too hot to handle. So it's definitely not in fashion or even really appropriate to wear something that reveals this much. Really hardly ever do I see anyone's exposed chest area. So when I do occasionally see it, I'm just like, the nerve. Not even that, I'm just like, wow, you're so brave to dress like that. But like, if I was back in America, nobody cares if you're dressed like that whatsoever. So it's just interesting how my mind has really adapted to like not seeing this area as much. So it's really shocking when I do see girls being bold and showing off their décolletés. But anyway, I feel like I've gone on long enough. I've talked so much. So those are all the fashion trends that still kind of give me culture shock, or just like the main differences I've seen between Japanese fashion the main differences between Japanese fashion and what I'm used to back home in America. And this was all in good fun. I just want to see if you guys have maybe noticed these things too, if you visited or live in Japan yourself. Anyway, thank you guys so much for just spending this time with me, listening to me talk. I hope you're all safe and well, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye-bye!